Hey, everybody. Good evening. It's so good to be back with you again, once again on a Thursday night to share our Stream Like a Boss series. In this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about what happens after you go live. Because here's the thing with live streaming, it's going to draw and attract people to study your brand, to want to know a little bit more about you. And so part of my whole brand building and marketing series right now is to help you to focus on some of the strategies behind live streaming. And so tonight's strategy is going to answer this question. What happens when people click to find out more about you? So you've done your live stream video or you're doing your live stream video and something about what you say triggers that person that's watching to go and click the About Me tab or click your website link and see who is this person and what are they all about, and could they be the right coach or consultant or trainer for me? So you need to be prepared for that. And that's what we want to talk about is About Me videos. So tonight's topic is, should you or why should you create an About Me video for your business? So I'm going to give everybody a chance to pop on in and say hello and let me know where you're from. If you're new school and you have not seen our video series before, I want you to type in #newbie. And if you've been here a few times or more than a few times, which many of my audience members have, type in #OG. I'm also broadcasting over here inside my Instagram live as well. And we're in multiple channels across the social media hemisphere. So YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, you name it, we're all over the place. All right, I'm going to give you a few seconds to go grab yourself something to drink, your favorite drink of water, wine, tea, whatever beverage you choose, and I will be right back so we can talk a little bit about why you should think about creating an About Me video. All right, I'll see you in a few seconds. Alrighty, folks, I want to welcome you once again. I'm Tanya Smith of Get Noticed with Video, and this is our Stream Like a Boss show. We do this show every single Thursday. Most Thursdays I'm here at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you like what we talk about today and you're enjoying this episode, I want you to make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Make sure you get connected. For those of you who are in my Stream Like a Boss community, or if you're in Stream Bosses Academy, let me give you a whoop whoop and just tell you I so appreciate you being here, learning and growing with me. We're all growing our businesses by leveraging more on-camera content. That's right, video content to help you to stand out online, serve more people, and sell more of your services. That's what this is about. So I want to kind of equip you tonight. We're going to talk a little bit about the About Me video, and not about me, but about me, you, like you creating your own short little video bio, if you will. And I'm going to also share a couple of quick hitter stories because I'm telling you, I've been through some versions of the About Me videos. And really, I didn't even realize the extent of investment of time and money that I've put into these over the years. But I'm going to share you a couple of little clips and let you laugh along with me because it's been interesting. It's a journey. So wherever you are in your business, it doesn't matter if you're brand new, just starting out, or if you're tenured and you've been around for a little while. In either situation, having an About Me video can help you to really boost your brand. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that in just a second. Let me make sure I pull my notes up for you. In addition to this, what I want to do as well is to share a really quick note for my folks that are in Stream Bosses Academy, because what we're going to be doing this Saturday is our Creator Day. So I just want to remind you, if you're in the community, Stream Bosses Academy, we will be meeting this Saturday. So check your inbox if you haven't already. All right. For those of you who are in my Stream Like a Boss community on Facebook, I just want to tell you that we're going to have some things coming up in November that you can get really excited about. So more to come on announcements for that. And now we're going to dive into our content. Look, if you've got questions about anything that I share, anything at all, no matter what platform you're watching from, I want you to definitely put those into the chat because I'm paying attention. I'm here with you. And I want to make sure that I share with you any resources that I can that will help you on this journey of using more video. Because I know it can feel a little complicated, but we're here to simplify that. All right. So let's talk about me videos. So first of all, let me do this. I'm going to switch on over here into the space. All right. And I think there may be a couple of connections that we've lost, but that's okay. We're going to keep it rolling, and I'll make sure I have the replay here. A couple of things that I want to share. First of all, I want to share a little bit about why an About Me video actually makes sense. One thing that many, especially if you're newer, maybe you don't know this, okay? And maybe you've been around for a minute and you just never thought about it, but your About Me page is one of the most visited pages on any website. So if you have a website right now, if you have a brand presence, you know, a lot of people right now are using things like Linktree and TapLink and some of the other little short bio style pages. Those same things, same concept. But if you have a website built out like I do over at getnoticedwithvideo.com, I can tell you for a fact that one of the most visited pages is the About Me page. And part of the reason why is because if you're saying something, if you're sharing content that is of interest to an audience, okay, if it's of interest to someone, one of the very next steps they're going to take after hearing and consuming your content or reading your really fun social media post or listening to you speak on stage is they're going to go to wherever you've shared that you have a home online, right? So when they go to that website, when they go to that page, one of the first things out of curiosity they're going to want to check into is who you are and what you're all about. So if you think about that, right, you can certainly let your written bio speak for you. But how much more effective could it be if you created a video where you're actually talking and you're engaging with the camera and people can really get a feel for your style and for your tone? You know, one of the reasons why a lot of my clients right now choose to work with me is because the personality that they see coming through the camera leads them to make a decision about, hey, that's someone I want to work with. And think about it for yourself. Do you do the same when you're choosing a coach or a consultant, right? Are you looking to see, is this person going to be aligned with who I am? Are they going to make me feel comfortable and feel powerful as I'm stepping into the transformation that I say I want, right? So if you think about that, think about how you are looking and searching for other people. And let me say hello. Good to see you all. As you're looking for the right coach, for the right consultant, for the right person that's going to lead you into another space and elevate your game, you're looking to find out more about who that person is. What's their personality? Who are they serving? What are other people saying about them? So creating an About Me page, and especially an About Me video, where you can really showcase that in just a couple of short minutes, is powerful and super effective. So I absolutely encourage you to think about that. Now, I couldn't just come on here and answer the why, because the question is, why do I need an About Me video? And I've given you a couple of reasons. Let me kind of break those down. I'm going to give you 3, but then I also want to tell you a little bit about what to put into your About Me video. And I'm going to share with you something that's a little embarrassing for those of you who are on Instagram. You may not be able to see this, but if you come over to YouTube, when I get ready to show this clip, you'll get a quick laugh out of this too. So 3 reasons why an About Me video can be super effective and definitely well worth you putting some time into creating. One is it helps you build credibility. So again, people are looking for authenticity. They're looking for people who are genuine. They're looking for people who really, really can help and can help them make that change that they say they want. So credibility, it's good to see you there. Credibility is one of the things that you can get from a video. You can even get that, of course, from doing this regular show and series that I'm always sharing with you, you can create. But an About Me video, when people go quickly to your website, when they go to that About Me page and they're studying and trying to find out more about you, can be really effective at helping to set the tone. The second thing is it's going to also set the stage for who you do things for. Like, what is it you do? What's your gift? What's your superpower? And who is the audience that you're right for? And if you can share that in a few short words or maybe images, right? Then that's going to be it's going to make the connection for people that, yes, I'm the right type of client and that's the right type of coach or consultant for me. The third thing is that it gives you a way to creatively showcase the things that you're proud of. So when you create your About Me video, you want to be thinking creatively, like, how can I showcase or share, something that I'm passionate about, or, a story, a thing that I've overcome, so that people understand why this really is something that triggered me to do the work that I do. These are all reasons why an About Me video could work really well for you and for your business and attract the type of clients that you want, and maybe move some folks away that may not be the right people for you, based on what you're sharing and based on how you're presenting yourself in your video. So all kinds of really strong reasons for you to do this. But how do you create one? That's probably your next question is, okay, so I get it, and I think I want to create my own About Me video. Now, let me tell you why I'm doing this, because I love whenever I create these topics, there's usually a reason behind it. Some people say they always see the smoke coming out of my ears when I'm writing, right? And let me say hello, by the way, to my OGs. I love to see you here always. Michelle and Marcia and Miss Pat. Yes. She says, Pat says, I like that idea. I did a welcome video, but now I'll do an About Me video. Yes. Now, let me tell you this too, really quickly here. If you are in my Facebook community, so if you're at Stream Like a Boss on Facebook, when you sign up, if you've given me your email address, you're going to get access to my free video scripts. And one of my video scripts is a script that teaches you what to say in an About Me video. But I'm going to go a little deeper right now with you, if that's okay. Okay. And again, if you have follow-up questions, pop those into the chat wherever you are so I can make sure I answer those for you. Okay. So here's the thing, and I'm going to answer that question. That's a really good question. Michelle is asking, do you need both a welcome and About Me? So I will come back to that. One of the reasons why I decided to talk about this topic tonight is because I realized it was time for a refresh. I was looking at my last About Me video and I'm like, you know what? I've had some brand changes. I look a little different. I'm not going to say older, but more tenured, more refined. There's some things that have changed about my business, and I want to make sure to capture in a current About Me video what those things are so that I can really make sure I'm tuning in the space where the people who I want to work with the most are playing, right? I want to attract the folks that I want to work with now, not those necessarily that I attracted 10, 14 years ago. So I am going to be upgrading my own video, but I want to show you something, because here's the thing. It's so much easier now to create. Yes, tenured. So much easier now to create a bio video than it was years ago. So I'm going to show you guys. Here's what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you one of my very first About Me videos. Let's see, it's 3 minutes long. I'm just going to show you like less than a minute of it because I just need you to see something. And I'm going to go ahead and preface this by saying that I literally paid, I think it was probably somewhere between $1,200 and $1,500 to do this video, to create this bio video. So let me pull it up for you so you can get a good laugh. So you can get a good laugh with me. Hold on. I'm going to pull it for you right now. I need to make sure I'm sharing audio because you need to get the full flavor of this. So for those of you who are on Instagram, you'll definitely have to come over and watch this on YouTube, but you'll hear a little bit of it. It's just the image itself really says so much. So let me pull up my little screen. This is me, y'all, in 2011, and I'm going to share, like I said, just imagine $1,200 to $1,500 to create this video bio, and I will also tell you a few more things about it, but first, let me show you. I have to show it to you.
Hi, I'm Tanya Smith of Be Promotable, the no guesswork personal branding and marketing strategist. You know, starting a business is something that takes a lot of work, and you have an opportunity to wear so many different hats. Well, the hat of the Chief Marketing Officer is probably the one you're going to wear the most. 80% of your business success depends on how well you promote and market yourself.
Okay, so that's enough of that. I just wanted to show you my very first video bio. I know you can't see it, Boldness Coach. You got to come over to YouTube or Facebook to see it, but I'll add the clip on Instagram too. The reason why I wanted to share this with you is because, look, back in the day, that was 2011, what you just saw right there. $1,200 to $1,500. It took me like 48 hours to pull together outfits, makeup, script. When I got to this studio that I had to drive an hour to get to, I had to sit down with script writers and pull something together. And then they did kind of like a little interview, and we did multiple takes, and it took all day long to do this video bio, y'all. And it does not even look fancy. Like it's a white wall behind me with a few letters on the bottom, right? And it's a little bit of music, but not even while I'm talking. Is this crazy or what? So $1,200 to $1,500. Back then, at that time, that's what we had to do. Now we get an opportunity to literally use our phones. We can use our smartphone that we've paid $1,000 for, right? I look like a teenager. I was practically a doggone teenager. It's so funny, right? Technology changed. I changed. My business changed. At the time, I was really focused on branding. I'm sharing this with you to say that in this moment, there's no excuses for you not to be able to create effective marketing material for your business. So if people are going to be looking you up and trying to find out what you're all about, get that phone ready. Think about who it is you want to address. I'm going to give you a couple of things that I want you to think about for your bio, your video bio, right? But think about all these different things. Put your, nice makeup and hair together. Put it on a tripod that you probably spent less than $20 for, and you are ready to go. Now we have no excuses. You don't have to drive anywhere. You can do it right from inside your home. So let's talk a little bit about what goes into the video bio, because that was one. Now I have had more recent video bios. I've had some where people have interviewed me, and this is easy. Like if you're finding that it's hard for you to come up with your own script, right? One of the things you can do is have someone interview you and really focus the camera in on your face and you talking and answering these key questions. So that makes it a little bit easier. Another way, as far as styles, there's several styles that you can go about using for About Me videos. Styles means that you can choose to either be on video talking, or you literally can say, I'm not going to speak at all. I'm just going to use words, and I'm going to have music go across the screen. And I'll tell you, Animoto is good for this. So they literally can take photos and clips of you in different, spaces, right? where you have your game face on and you're talking to a crowd of people and you're doing a workshop, and then there's another clip of you where you're speaking to someone, to a client, and then there's another still image of you where you just have a smile and you're happy. Any of those things could work. So you literally could just do one without voice, or you could do one with voice. You could do one interview style, or you could do one where you literally are just talking to the camera, which is typically what I like to do now. There are so many different ways that you can go about doing this. But here, when we talk about core components, is what I want to get into next. Like, what are the things that you want to make sure you incorporate into your About Me video? And let me say hello over here to Miss Vanita Reed. All right. So first of all, let me pop up a couple of things real quick here. So Nicolette is getting one done. So she is going to a professional to have this done. And look, depending on your clientele and who you work with, and Nicolette, I know you work as a career and executive coach. I can see why you would want to invest in having a pro actually do your video bio. I can see that. What I'm saying to everyone is, don't let that be a roadblock for you to create a video bio or an About Me video, okay? You don't have to necessarily hire a pro to do that, especially if you're, depending on your clients and who it is you want to work with, your audience members. Let's see, can I use Loom? So let me answer a couple of questions before I dive into components. Let me do this. So there's some questions, and again, Instagram folks, if you have questions, pop those in here too. The question was, the first one was, do you need both a welcome and an About Me? I think they have two distinct purposes, Michelle. So I think your welcome video is more, and you can see this in my own space. My welcome video, for instance, for the Facebook community is really telling people how to operate in that space. It's like, here's what you can expect in this environment. Here's what we do. This is what I offer. Here's the benefits, validating why you joined, why you became part of this community. If I had a welcome video on my website, which I do not currently have right now, because I'm going to be just upgrading the About. If I had a welcome video there, I probably would dive directly into, again, here's how to navigate the space that you're playing in. So you came to my website. Here's a couple of things you want to know. In fact, I have a little bubble, a video bubble on my website right now that serves kind of as my welcome video, but it gives people an opportunity to ask questions if they're not clear on what they're looking at on the different pages. Whereas an About Me video is going to be more direct about who you are, who you serve, and why. Like, why do you do what you do? And you could include your offers, but you want to keep it real high level, because if you dive too deeply into that and give people no reason to go further into your other spaces, then you could potentially lose them. Plus, you want to keep it real short. So the video bio I was just showing you from 2011, that was 3 minutes long. And I've had some that were as long as 7 minutes that did not do well. So don't make it long. Keep it brief. Let me see. I have one I'm looking at right now that's 3 minutes and 50 seconds long. I think that was still too long. Ideally, I think that about 3 minutes or so, maybe even less, can work really well for an About Me video. So you want to think about who you're talking to, and you want to kind of pack in the essentials, which we're about to talk about in a second. I just wanted to make sure to answer some of these questions. Yeah, Michelle, I love how you said, wow, technology has really changed. Can I use Loom is another question that Miss Pat asked. Loom can work. What you want is to really, here's what I'm finding out about a number of different spaces as it relates to social video, social images, etc. People don't necessarily care about all the fancy. What do I mean by that? At least in my experience, I'm going to say this, and I think you need to test for your audience. What I'm finding is that my videos and my images where it literally is just my face, right? And not necessarily a whole bunch of hoo-ha and extra music and splitting to different scenes. I'm finding that those tend to work really well. Think about Reels, right? And TikTok. And a lot of that is focused on the person, the human being that's in front of you, and not necessarily having borders and colors and all kinds of stuff and fancy fonts, right? So with Loom, if you're going to showcase your face and you're talking about who you are, or maybe even you want to add in a few screen shares, you can probably get away with doing that. Miss Pat, I don't own Loom, so I don't know all the features of Loom. But what I would say is whatever you decide to do, keep it really simple. Keep it simple and see how that works. Do I have to wear makeup? Okay, Miss Michelle, asking that question. So look, I'm going to answer this, and I'm going to answer this honestly. What does your audience expect? Based on what you talk about and how you position yourself as an expert, what does your audience expect from you? So look, if you're dealing with a lot of people who are executive coaches or executive professionals who need career help, Nicolette, right? Most of them, they're used to seeing people who are a little bit more dressed up, who have, themselves in a more perfected mode. A lot of the clients I like to work with actually like the fact that I'm a lot more casual and informal for the most part with what I do. Yes, I am a professional, but in my video bio, the one that I'm creating now, I'll tell you what I'm going to include in it. So let's dive into core components and things that you want to remember, or things that you can pick from, because you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. So let me pull my notes on this one too, because I want to make sure I give you everything. So here's what I would consider. And these are things I jotted down notes about from my own video that I'm getting ready to redo. First of all, what's one or two lines about yourself, like about who you are? And when I say who you are, I want you to be thinking that this video is not so much about me as much as it is about how I connect with the people who are watching it. Okay? So that's the first thing. You want to come from a place of how can I connect with the people who are watching and consuming this content? So one or two lines about who you are. And what I plan to do, for instance, with mine is going to be to talk about the fact that I am a video content strategist and coach. And I'm also the mother of 2 daughters, the mother of 3 dogs, and the wife of a military veteran and cancer survivor. So these are things that are sharing with people a little bit of my personality and who I am as a real person behind the scenes, as well as what I do as a business owner. Okay. And I literally can say that in 1 or 2 lines. So as you're creating your first few lines, you want to keep it short and brief, but you want to think about how am I connecting with people on the other side of the screen? Because I do appreciate engagement on a more human level, on a more real and authentic, genuine, like I want you to know who I am and that who I am is who I am at all times, because that's my approach. Those are the types of things I'm going to include in my 1 or 2 lines. You have to do what makes sense for you and for the people that are going to be consuming your content. The second thing is tell your journey. So the first part is a 1 or 2 line about who you are, and however you want to position that, whether it's all professional or a mix of professional and personal. The second thing is telling your journey. Now, by your journey, I don't mean that you're going on and on and on and you're telling a whole 15 minutes worth of stuff, because by the time you get through the first few seconds, people's eyes will glaze over. So you do want to keep it brief. You want to keep it moving, especially if you're trying to keep this thing between 3 and 5 minutes, right? So you want to talk a little bit about your journey and how you came to be in the space that you're in. Like, why are you doing what you do? So Michelle talks about Mondays and making sure that you are mastering your Monday, right? Michelle O'Neill, mastering your Monday. If you're talking about that, Michelle, one of the things that you're going to want to talk about is how you came to that place. And you're going to share a little bit, like a little teaser about why Mondays are such an important day for you? Like, why did you choose that tagline? What's the thing that drew you to that so that people can understand and it clicks for them? Oh, I see. This makes sense to me. The third thing, so first your one or two liner about who you are, the telling your journey, and now the third thing is 2 to 3 facts about your business. You probably can only fit 2 after you've gotten through with the first things. If you're doing this under 5 minutes. By that, these are quick hitter things that people need to know. Like one of the things that's a common question for me is, well, what do you offer? What are your services? Right? So I can speak to the fact that I actually deliver coaching both in private and group settings. And I also have on-demand courses, all that relate to how to leverage more on-camera content. Super quick, right? So you can talk about facts about your business, whatever you believe will be relevant to the people that are watching and paying attention. One of the ways you can come up with those relevant facts will be to pay attention to the most commonly asked questions. What are people always asking you? If you can answer those in your short video, that's golden. That saves you time and saves them time too. And then finally, number 4 is you're going to include a CTA, a call to action. Y'all know about my call to action and me telling you need to create a library of calls to action, right? So call to action, what is it you want people to do next? One of the things, and I've said this again and again, that I've never forgotten this since somebody told me. She said, I really enjoyed your content. I love what you were sharing, but I didn't know what to do next. You didn't tell me what to do next. You never asked me to go to my website. You never said, hey, go sign up for this group. You never said, go download my free whatever. So choose a call to action that's going to go at the end. So it could be something as simple as, I think that if you can do something like this. After hearing a little bit about me in this video bio, I would love to know if you and I might be a fit. So be sure to go over to getnoticedwithvideo.com/discovery call and apply for your personal call. Something like that. And it doesn't have to be exactly that. I just came up with something. And I probably wouldn't even use that in my video bio. But what is it you want people to do next? And it needs to be something that's evergreen, that you're going to keep up for a while, because you don't want to have to keep changing the bio every single time you have a new offer or a new CTA. Okay? So if I need to go over those again, let me see. Yes. Oh, Michelle, you are so funny. All right. So here's the recap. The recap is this. These are the things, the components that you want to think about for your video bio. I'll share a couple of other real creative ideas I just came up with just now. But first, 1 or 2 lines about who you are, telling your journey and your story. Why are you doing what you do? Who do you do it for? You can put that in there too. 2 to 3 facts about your business. What are things that people are commonly asking that you can now answer really quickly in that video so that it saves you and them time? And then 4 is your call to action. Now, creatively, some of you are like, yeah, but what about I want to add these words and I want to do this and I want to, again, try to keep it simple if this is your very first one, but you can get a little creative and you can add things like if there's music that really can accent and complement what you're talking about in your short video, then absolutely, by all means, choose the right soundtrack, though. Don't choose something that's really crazy and not like your personality at all. If I were playing heavy metal on top of me talking about my video bio, it probably would seem incongruent. So you do want to think about things like that. I use wave video quite often for things like what we're talking about tonight. But Animoto also has some good ideas, and they have some templates that are ready to go. Most of their templates are going to just be static images. They won't have like clips of you talking, although I have seen that they do have a few. In fact, I have an article I can share with you. For those of you who are in the Stream Like a Boss community on Facebook, I'll make sure to add this after we get done tonight. I'll add the article to the Animoto video or the article that talks about videos for your bio, because they have some really good pointers and tips in there as well. All right. So let me check for your questions and see if anybody has anything that I need to answer. Yes. Okay. Michelle talked about B-roll. And so she absolutely loves to be able to include B-roll. I know this because I've seen some of your videos. Now, what is a B-roll? For those of you who don't know what that is, that means these could be complimentary little clips that show, for instance, somebody typing on a computer. So when you see my intro video that I did a little earlier, you'll see that I have some B-roll in there, right? And it has little clips that complement what I'm talking about in my video. Things that complement, don't necessarily distract from, but they help to get the point across or share the message. That's what B-roll does, okay? But again, do not use it as a distraction or something to be a roadblock from you creating the video bio. You literally can just talk about all the 4 components that we just covered, right? And that will get you by. Okay? So when I get done reinventing my own video, my About Me video in the coming week, I'll make sure to share that with you so you can see how it turned out. But I also want to encourage you to go and look at other people. Go onto YouTube, go to Pinterest and type in About Me and see what type of videos pop up, because you may get some inspiration to create your own. So I have enjoyed very much sharing with you. I love how you're interacting. Yes, I love Wave as well, Michelle. Shannon says, "Ooh, I caught it in time." Good to see you, lady. Yes, yes, yes. And let me see what else is in here. Where do you find B-roll information from? Okay, so one of the questions is popping up over here that you can't see on Instagram, folks, but I'm going to share it with you out loud, is where do you find B-roll clips? So how can you find those? So Wave Video, which we were mentioning earlier, you're so welcome. Wave actually has some sample clips. So does another tool called InVideo, InVideo. If anybody needs affiliate links for any of these tools, let me know. For those of you in the community, you know, in the files, there is an entire library of resources for you. If you're inside my Stream Bosses Academy or inside the Stream Like a Boss community, you can go there and you can find everything that I recommend. All of my links are in there. But I would suggest starting with something like Wave. If you have that already, take maximum use of it. They have lots of clips in there. Some are free and included with your subscription, and some you have to pay a little extra fee for. Also, Canva, and Shannon, you're inside my Facebook group, so you should have access to it. Just go look under either files or notes, and you'll see the link. What was I saying? Oh, InVideo, Animoto, Wave. Where's some other places with B-rolls? For those of you who are in my academy, you might know some B-roll spots as well, because there are other places that you can actually pay. But you want to be careful that you don't overdo it, because keep in mind, we're trying to avoid paying the $1,200 to $1,500 that I had to pay in 2011. Why? Did you see those braces I had on? And what was I doing with them? That lip gloss? It looked like I was eating greasy chicken or something. I don't know what I was doing. And I paid for that. So what I'm saying to you is keep it simple, keep it within your budget, right? And keep it appropriate and relevant for the audience that you have right now. Like, what are they looking for from you? What do they want to know about you? And be your real and authentic self. It doesn't pay to be somebody else. Be who you are on the camera and in that About Me video. I see you laughing at my lips because they were very shiny in that video. I don't know why they were so shiny. Anyway. All right, y'all. Well, it's been wonderful hanging out with you. Thank you so much for letting me share some thoughts about Me videos. And I will continue for the rest of this month. I think we have one more video in the month of October where I'm going to talk a little bit about branding yourself and marketing yourself through video. So we'll focus on a topic. And if you've got ideas for something that you want to learn more about, do not hesitate to reach out. Just DM me and say, hey, I have this idea. I want to know about this, right? And you might be highlighted, spotlighted inside my next live stream video. You're so welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for visiting and watching. I hope you all have a very blessed and a safe rest of the week and weekend. And I will be seeing you in the stream. All right. See you next Thursday. Take care.